Hello and welcome to the Adobe Illustrator Essential course. I'm thrilled to have you here as we embark on this exciting journey into the world of vector design. Whether you're a beginner or someone looking to sharpen your design skills, this course will guide you through the fundamentals of Adobe Illustrator, one of the most powerful tools used in the creative industry today. Adobe Illustrator is the premier software for creating vector graphics. It's a go-to tool for professionals in fields such as illustration, logo design, typography, web layout design, print and fashion design, as well as more specialized areas like storyboarding, comics, and infographics. With its precision and flexibility, Illustrator enables you to bring your creative ideas to life, whether they're destined for digital platforms or physical prints. Before we proceed with learning how to create these designs, it's essential to first understand the interface and fundamental navigation. Familiarizing yourself with how to manage tools, panels, and document windows will provide you with efficient access and help elevate your design skills. Let's go through each aspect step by step to ensure you're fully equipped to move forward. First, you'll need to launch Adobe Illustrator from the Start menu to begin working with the software. Once it's loaded, you'll be greeted by the welcome screen. Let's start by creating a new document, and afterward, I'll guide you through the interface. To create a new document, go to the File menu and select New. Alternatively, you can use the shortcut Ctrl-N or Command-N on a Mac to open the New Document dialog box. At the top of the panel, you'll see document presets such as mobile, web, print, and more. Based on the preset you choose, standard document sizes will appear on the left side panel, allowing you to select the desired size. For example, if you're designing for print and need an A4 size document, select the Print preset, then choose the A4 size from the panel. For further customization, the right side panel offers additional options to tailor the document to your needs. Here, you can enter a name for your document. Next, from the Units drop-down menu, you can select the unit of measurement you'd like to use, such as pixels, points, or picas. Personally, I prefer using millimeters, so I'll go ahead and select that. If you need a custom size rather than the standard options, you can manually enter the width and height of the document you require. You can also adjust the orientation, either portrait or landscape, and specify the number of artboards, which essentially means the number of pages in your document. For now, we'll keep it set to 1. I'm not going to cover the bleed options right now, as we'll dive into that in the intermediate lessons. For now, just leave them set to 0. You can also toggle to the advanced options by clicking the link provided. This will allow you to choose the color mode, such as RGB or CMYK. Remember, when designing for print, the color mode should always be set to CMYK. For print designs, the ideal resolution is 300 ppi, which stands for pixels per inch. We'll discuss resolution in more detail during the intermediate lessons. For designs intended only for web publishing, 72 ppi is generally sufficient. However, I recommend working with a 300 ppi resolution, as it can be optimized for the web later if needed. Finally, leave the preview mode set to default and click the Create button to generate a new document with the selected settings. Now, let me guide you through the interface. At the top of the screen, you'll find the menu bar, which provides advanced options for navigating tools, filters, styles, panels, and more. Directly below the menu bar is the control bar. The controls in this bar will change depending on the tool you've selected from the toolbar, giving you specific options related to that tool. You can hide or show the control bar by going to the Window menu. Currently, it's visible, but if you select it again, it will be hidden. On the left side of the screen is the toolbar. To access more advanced tools, head to the Window menu, then select Toolbars and choose Advanced. This will unlock additional tools in the toolbar. If you click the small double arrow icon, you can collapse or expand the toolbar. I recommend keeping it expanded so you can view all the tools at a glance. You can also undock the toolbar by dragging it from its head into the document window. To dock it back, drag it to the screen's edge until you see blue snapping lines, then release the mouse to dock it back in place. If you right-click on certain tools, you'll find additional tools nested inside. You can identify these by the small arrow mark next to the tool. Additionally, if you hover your mouse over a tool, a pop-up will appear showing a demonstration of the tool, its name, shortcut key, and function. Similarly, by hovering over any tool, you can quickly identify its name, shortcut, and purpose. Lastly, always remember to activate the selection tool once you're done with any other tools in the toolbar. You can easily activate it by pressing the V key on your keyboard. Practicing this will help you navigate your design workspace more efficiently. This is the artboard, or you can also refer to it as the canvas. Above it is the document title bar, which shows the name of your document. Currently, it says Untitled-1. If you save the document with a specific name, it will display here. Additionally, you can see the document's viewing percentage and the color mode of the document you've created. You can undock the document window by dragging it from the title bar. To dock it back, simply drag it to the edge of the window, and when you see blue snapping lines, release the mouse button. On the right side of the screen is the panel area. You can expand or collapse the panel area by clicking the double arrow icon. I recommend keeping the panel area collapsed to provide more space on your document window for easier work. You can also adjust the size of the panels by dragging the panel edges. Again, I prefer keeping the entire panel area collapsed for more working space. To open or close individual panels, simply click on them. You can also drag panels to expand them further if needed. Each panel contains additional options, which you can access by clicking the More Options button located on the panel itself. If needed, you can undock the entire panel area by dragging it from its head. To dock it back, drag it to the screen's edge and release the mouse when you see the blue snapping lines. You can rearrange panel groups or individual panels by dragging them within the panel area, adjusting their positions as you prefer. However, I recommend sticking to the default settings, as they provide an efficient layout for working on your design projects. Let me go ahead and reset the workspace to its default mode. Now, let me demonstrate how to navigate within your document window. These steps are essential before you begin working. Hold down the Alt or Option on Mac key and scroll up with the mouse wheel to zoom in on your document. Similarly, with the Alt or Option key held, scroll down to zoom out. Alternatively, you can press the Control or Command on Mac key along with the plus key to zoom in or the minus key to zoom out. To pan around the document, simply hold down the spacebar and drag while holding the mouse button. This will allow you to move the document within the window. Finally, if you press Ctrl-0 or Command-0 on Mac, the document will automatically fit to the screen. Now you can see the normal screen mode. By pressing the F key, you can toggle to full screen with menu bar mode. Pressing the F key again will switch you to full screen mode. This way, you can cycle between these three screen modes as you prefer. As a beginner, I recommend using normal screen mode until you become familiar with the necessary tools and panels. Next, it's crucial to ensure certain options are checked before you begin working. Go to the View menu and make sure the Smart Guides option is enabled. If it is, you will see a check mark next to it. Next, click the arrow mark to reveal more options in the menu. Ensure that Snap to Point and Snap to Glyphs are both checked. Finally, navigate to the Guides menu and select Show Guides. The next important aspect is becoming familiar with working with and managing guides. Guides play a crucial role in design as they help you align design elements and text objects precisely. Understanding how to use them is essential. You can access guides from the rulers. First, you need to turn on the ruler by pressing Ctrl-R or Command-R on Mac. To create a vertical guide, simply double-click on the horizontal ruler. Conversely, double-clicking on the vertical ruler will create a horizontal guide. Alternatively, you can drag a vertical guide from the vertical ruler and a horizontal guide from the horizontal ruler. You can add multiple guides as needed. To hide the guides, press Ctrl or Command, semicolon. Pressing the same combination again will show the guides. To select a guide, press the V key to activate the selection tool or choose it from the toolbar. You can then draw a simple marquee over the guide to select it or click on it directly. To select multiple guides, you can draw a marquee around them or hold the Shift key while clicking on each guide. To deselect, simply click in a blank area of the document. If you wish to move a guide, ensure the selection tool is active, then click and drag the guide you want to move. To lock the guides, press Alt-Control or Command-Option plus semicolon key. Once locked, you won't be able to select or move the guides. To unlock the guides, press the same key combination again. If you want to delete a guide or multiple guides, select the desired guide and press the Delete key. Remember, guides are invaluable for aligning design elements and text objects precisely on your artwork. They are considered non-printable lines, meaning they won't appear in the printed document. Only the artwork will. To clear all guides, go to the View menu, navigate to Guides, and select Clear Guides. Finally, it's crucial to understand how to manage artboards to unlock the next step of this course. Let me quickly demonstrate that for you. Keep in mind, the artboard is the key area where your artwork is placed. To create a successful design, you must know how to effectively manage the artboards in your Illustrator document. Let's say you want to add multiple artboards. First, zoom out the document slightly to get more space on your screen. Then, pick the Artboard tool from the toolbar. You'll notice a plus button on the control bar. Click this to add more artboards. When the Artboard tool is still active, you can select each artboard simply by clicking on it. Alternatively, to duplicate an artboard, hold down the Alt key or Option on Mac and drag with the mouse. Make sure to release the mouse button first and then release the Alt Option key. You can also move the selected artboard around the document window to reposition them as needed. You can independently change the size of any artboard by selecting it and then dragging from the control handles to adjust the size freely. To scale the artboard from its center while maintaining the aspect ratio, hold down Alt-Shift or Option plus Shift while dragging. If you only want to maintain the aspect ratio, hold the Shift key while resizing. If you need to set a specific size for your artboard, select the artboard with the Artboard tool and choose your desired dimensions from the Artboard Size menu in the control bar. You can also change the orientation of your artboard between portrait and landscape in the control bar. To delete an artboard, select it first and either click the Delete icon or press the Delete key on your keyboard. If you want to give your artboards specific names, simply select an artboard, type the name in the name field in the control bar, and press Enter. Additionally, you can input custom width and height values for the selected artboard if needed. While the Artboard tool is active, you can draw new artboards in your document as well. To delete multiple artboards simultaneously, hold down the Shift key and select the artboards you wish to remove. Then press the Delete key or click the Delete button. Lastly, if you need to rotate the artboard view, you can go to the View menu, toggle to the Rotate View option, and rotate the artboard to a specific degree. Remember, the default is set to 0 degrees. Once you've completed your settings, make sure to activate the Selection tool by pressing the V key on your keyboard. Now let's focus on how to save your document as an Illustrator file. To do this, go to the File menu and select Save As. Alternatively, you can press Ctrl-Shift-S or Command-Shift-S on Mac to open the Save As dialog box. Next, choose a specific location to save your file. For now, let me select the desktop. Then in the File Name field, type a name for your document. Make sure the Save As type is set to Adobe Illustrator format. After that, click the Save button. A new Illustrator Options panel will appear. Here, you'll need to select the version. The default version shown is 2020. However, if your client is using an older version of Illustrator, such as CC, CS6, CS5, etc., you must verify which version they need and select it from this list. For now, we'll keep the version as 2020 and then click OK to save the file. Now, if you observe the title bar of your document, you'll notice that the title has changed to the new name you just saved. To close the document, click the Close button on the document's title bar. Let's say you want to open an existing Illustrator document. Simply go to the File menu and select Open, or you can press Ctrl-O or Command-O on Mac to open the File dialog box. Next, navigate to the folder where you saved your Illustrator file on your computer, select the file, and click the Open button. There we go. In conclusion, you've now learned how to create and manage documents in Adobe Illustrator, navigate the interface, and save your work efficiently. These fundamental skills lay the foundation for your design journey. Make sure to practice these steps to get comfortable with the Illustrator environment. Once you're confident, move on to the next lesson, where we'll dive into basic tools and techniques to further unlock your design potential. Let's continue to build your creative expertise.